Well, welcome to Simulator Sunday. It is Sunday. Where are we at? What is the date? Is it 23rd? March is almost over. We're just talking about. Got one more week of March. Speaking of March, I got March Madness on Wednesday nights. No, that's basketball. Never mind. They have spring training is what I was thinking. But it's not really. It's like spring losing. Or the beer keggers getting their butts kicked. So here on Simulator Sunday today, we're back on the Mateo community server, the Mateo Tube MTCS. I had to think about that for a second because we don't usually call that. We just call it Mateo. We're in the LAJ C yard where we were last week working, one of the places. And there was a supply train that was brought from Malabar. It was actually the LAJ Malabar La Mirada supply train. That's what was all in there. And the instructions had read to stop at the La Mirada and drop off the cars there and then bring the rest here. The person that delivered them, they brought them down the hill and everything, but they missed that step, which is not the biggest deal because now we have something to do. So we have to take these cars here and go back to La Mirada and drop those off, and we'll do a little bit of switch work there. Now at LAJ C, so they came in through CP Riddle. Let me get my mouse over here on this screen. So they came in this way and then came around through the A yard and then crossed the bridge and came over here, and La Mirada is that way. So if we were to go out through the Commerce switch over here, we're headed towards Malabar, which I already took the cars to Malabar that came on this train. But that's we need to go that way. If we come out and down these tracks, normally we're going to go that way. However, I got a quick solution for this. Otherwise, we got to go back through the A yard out CP Riddle and then back this way again. About 45 minutes or so. Well, maybe at 15 miles an hour it is. But let's get this old Klug started up right here. It's Dash 9. Chris loves these things. If it will start. You can do it! Hear the chugs. Chug, 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 chug. So we got the correct horn for the correct whistle for the engine type. Looks like it's missing it. So this thing's been through hell. Look at it. These this is a repaint BNSF rebrand there. It's Santa Fe, but this is one of the skins that I got off the enhancement Discord. There's a link down below. I don't know if it works. Don't hold me to that, but yeah, go get some stuff. All right, so let's go back and go get our train together. Going to notch, let's see, I got the handbrake off. I'm in reverse. Doesn't sound very bassy like the ES 4400s. Those things are like... This is like wing, wing, wing. This graphic is interesting. So, like, I guess he stretched it out to fill that box, so it's all blurry. Better misfire there. All right, so I was playing with these, or working with these things earlier. So they should pretty much be ready to go. All right, let's connect the airlines here. All right, stayed open. Go partial, let's see what CFM is. So these things are completely drained of air. All right, here we go, F7. F7 will fix that. Fully charged. All right, here's the rear. Let's see, make sure that that is closed. And then we've got these cars. We're going to connect to these ones. Before we go anywhere, we got to check our switches. So we're going to pull, that one's already set. We got to set this switch here. We got to build the train. If you remember when we left last week, we were over building the outbound out of LAJ, the B yard. Now we're in the C yard. See if anybody's coming. I don't see anybody coming. Let's set this switch here. We're going to come out pretty much right here. So I want to make sure that we don't get blocked in. There's no trains coming currently. So we're going to open that switch. This should go pink here in a second. And I pushed that one too many times. Now it's pink, so that means no trains will route this way. Good. So we're going to come out this way. Like I said, if we come out this way, we're headed towards Malabar. But we're going to reverse. Once we get past here, then we're going to go that way. Should save us a little bit of time. All right, handbrake's off. It's going forward. Don't know where all the lights are for this guy. Let's see. Cabin lights and stuff. I'm looking for the, well, we don't need them. So we got the old school one. Look at the old gauges. I do have the pack, so that's why these gauges show up here. All right, here we go. Get outside so we can see this beast. So with this one right now, Dash 9 is 4,100 horsepower. We're 4.2 right now. These are full cars, but really no big deal. Like one cut, but 1,300 feet. More importantly, the weight only a thousand tons. We'll pull forward and we'll back up to this spot here and grab these cars next. Once we get here. So I hope everybody had a good week. Again, we're approaching April coming up. We're already in springtime. 87 degrees down here in Southern California, at least on the Inland Empire. Towards the beach is going to be a lot less. So it's starting to get warm. Not the 106 that it will be. Coming soon. Probably May. I'm going to turn off these tags. I don't need them. You know, they're all going to La Mirada. So yeah, I already drove the other cut. And I went the same way. I came over here. This was with those, and this is for the C yard for, you know, extra power or to pull cars during cuts when the other one's not, the other local's not here. 81, let's say 81 went over to the C yard, correction, the A yard to go get more cars to bring them over here. This guy, you can go and do picks with it. So it was with the 2042, so it was the Y Vern 2042, I think is the symbol, the local number. Now I did throw the switch onto the main, so you can freely roll out there. Oops. I didn't know. Had my dynamics on or something. Probably in the crossing. Nope, crossing's right there. Well, let's take care of that now. Get back to ride this sucker back here. Of course, I don't have that switch set either. And you got to be on the roof, on the ground. Okay. I threw the wrong switch. I want this switch. I want this cut next. Otherwise, I got to do more switching. Because those cars kind of match these ones. Yeah, turn the tags off. So those are 61. These are 81s, and those are 111s. All right, let's go forward again. Oh, Springer, how you doing? Welcome. So I'm going to pull this cut and then throw that switch and come back on it. Well, that was the plan, but... And that's still the plan, just to do that. Not exactly how it happened. But that's what's going to happen right now. Watch. Here we go. Coming back. Coming back for about 6. I'm guessing that's 5 or 6 cars behind. How do they normally say your name? I see the CO, so as in Co, and Springer. Springer or something like that. They say something weird. All right, let me get dynamics on. Get her slowed down here. We're going to hit it a little harder at 5, just under 5, which... Oh, the C and the O. C-O Springer, okay. I mean, I can see that. I can see that. You know, it's hard to know on YouTube's here what people's names sound. So, you know, if you've seen my Twitch or... You know, one of my... He'll show up here, too. His name's Bassman. You know, as in bass, he plays the bass. But in baseball, they call him, you know, Bassman for some reason. Not bass, as in, well, it doesn't have an E in it, but they'll call him Bassman, like the fisherman. Like, okay, let me see. I got to hit F7 a couple more times, get into forward, let's pull. I've already taken off the handbrake, so we should be rolling now. I don't need to be 5. Looks like we got to open something air somewhere. So I'm in LAJ C right now. I got 85 back here. The brakes are off. My horsepower per ton. 0.9. I mean, that should be enough to get this. Oh, it's starting to roll. Okay, and so as you saw, I'm going to go out the Commerce from LAJ C where we are. I'm going out back to the main, going towards Malabar, but I'm backing this sucker up, and I'm using that -9. I don't need a DPU on it, but I need, you know, I'm going down in the main, so I'm going to be watching from that, and then we're going to connect to this cut here, and then there's my 2 leads. So as we go to La Mirada, we're going to use these guys to pull us. La Mirada is only about 20 minutes away. You did the Victorville. Hey, are you on the Mateo? Are you on a multiplayer server? Because we're on multiplayer here. If you would like to be on multiplayer server, just make sure that you... Hold on a minute. The bells, the crossing bells didn't go off till like I hit the damn crossing. It's crazy. So back to multiplayer. If you are interested, we are on a multiplayer server. Teo Tube community server. Run 8. We have the SoCal server here is our main and most popular. We also have an AGS server. And through our Discord here, it's actually Mateo's Discord. We are always asking people they'd like to join. We do a light skills test to make sure that you are competent in running your train to a point where you're not going to crash into things and break the server. That's all we care about. If you're not perfect, this is not the Depot Plus that requires a lot more attention to the detail. We're kind of like an intermediate multiplayer here. So anybody that is interested in joining the server. Now, also, when you're filling out, you go in the Discord, join the Discord, you'll be in a just basic Discord role, and then you need to request a skills check. That, depending on your availability and our availability, because you need a yard master to be able to observe you playing the simulator there through Discord. So you'll stream it Discord on single player, just again to make sure that you're not going to break nothing. We have a lot of people that come in here and I know everything there is know about Run 8, and then they crash trains at each other and the server goes down and nobody can have fun then. So we want to prohibit that. Well, it's prohibited. We want to prevent that. So we make sure that players coming into the server have a basic grasp of Run 8, and then we'll check them on that. And if they do, then we'll give you the keys to the kingdom. You come in and do all the jobs that are posted. All the yards have yard masters mostly, and supply trains coming to West Colton or Barstow get broken up on the trains and get delivered from there. So there's a whole lot of stuff to do. A training session, we don't provide training sessions. On this channel here, there's a whole bunch of training videos, as well as the Lazy Farmer, there's Mateo, there's Mateo Tube is his YouTube. So a bunch of us do videos on how to do this stuff, but we don't actually do one-on-one training. I barely have enough time just to do this stream every week. You don't really need a training. Just follow the videos that we have posted, and you know, from there you practice, kind of just follow along with the video, you'll be fine. We're just looking for train handling. Okay, so to join the Discord, down below you'll see one. It's called the Mateo Community Server, the Mateo server. That's the server that I'm on right now. I'm also a member of the Depot Plus, but I am not, that one you need to join the Depot's server, and their applications, I believe, are not always open. So that's for hardcore people. I don't even play on there that much. I like the relaxing atmosphere of this one. So if you are on the Mateo Community Server, it'll say how to join server, and it'll tell you all the instructions that you need to follow, and it's spelled out so you can't go wrong as long as you follow the directions on how to do that. You're going to run a post in the request check ride or skills check. Make sure that you download all the things that it says to, and just follow directions step by step. Very, very easy. Okay, now I'm going to go to the rear of the train here. We got two locomotives back here. Let's set this guy now as the lead unit. We're going to start him up. All right, so we got two SD70s. Maces right now on the rear end, but it will be the front. It's currently, these are the leads. This guy, this Dash 9 who's on the main right now, is he's not the lead. He is now, but his DPU, reverse, and short herd trail. Oh, I couldn't see it because, let's see, you gotta wait for the, there's a delay because it's radio. So when I turned on the headlights, it takes a while for the radio to get here and send the command to the locomotive to turn things on. So we're going to come this way, and then we're going to run our train backwards. So here we go. Can't hear the whistle from way over there in the sea yard. I'm gonna start a countdown timer too. We're 5,660 feet. We look at her like Shift Control Z on the keyboard. We were to look at our HPT now with those two aces on there and the -9 here. I was trying to take the brakes off. Anyways, we're 1.4 HPT, which is not a big deal because we are on flat, mostly flat ground. $9,500 tons, 70 loads, 18 empties. So watch our couplers here as we are mostly pushing from the other end. But we're back here hanging on and pulling. Trackside, what's up, man? Always happy to do the stream. Here comes the train. It sounds like, or is that me? Is this thing gonna blow up? Sounds like it's gonna blow up on us. So we're in the yard, so we're limited to 15 miles per hour right now. Even though you and I are watching here, we're on the -9 on the main. The rear of the train is still in the yard, so you can see it right over there. We'll have to look as we get closer to the signal, and if we need to, we'll set that to restricting. Got 4,800 feet behind me still to go to just past that switch there, so I can throw that. But I felt that this was a lot faster than driving all the way through, you know, west through the C yard, over the bridge, through the B or through the A yard, and back around to on the other side of Hobart over there. You know, about 3 miles ahead of us. Felt that this is an easier way to do this. We got just over 4,000 behind us. We're going 14 miles an hour right now, so I'm going to go down to notch 3. See if we slow down there. We're going uphill a little bit, tiny bit. Now the -9 behind me, it's remote controlled, so if you hear any, I tell you I'm going to make a change on the, you know, the notches or whatever. You don't hear nothing change here. It's because the radio signal has to get here and has to figure out what's going on before that happens. So I've got 3,500 feet to go. I've gone 1,000 feet since I said that, and that signal's much closer. So I need to set this signal as restricting. You can see it right there. They're both reds. Red means do not cross. So we are here on main 3. This is not my signal here. I actually need this one. So I'm going to left click on that. I'm going to right click on that, sorry. Now you see that's restricting. Turn that off. So this was basically the block that I'm in, and I'm going this way right now, so I needed to change that one. This one is only if you're coming this way. You can see basically the stand and then the light above it. So if I were to select that one, the only way to change it is either cycle auto, which is a pain in the butt, or you have to put a train on there and pass that. Our goal is to pass this signal till we get out of this, you know, because we're coming up from here like this, and we're going to go over here, and then once we clear this, we'll stop. We will then ask auto for the rest of the way, but this signal will drop once we pass it right here. And with 1,800 feet to go, that's not going to be a problem. Albino Tailgater, what's going on, my friend? So you see the signal right there as we cross it. You're going to see it go back to red. Now it's red. There's a track on that portion of track, so it's red. I got 1,100 feet to go. Turn these tags off again. Now we're coming up to the end of doing 13 miles an hour, but I'm going to go ahead and get ready to dynamic brake. Got 3 more to go. I'm gonna put some air on it. Okay, I'm gonna drop the air on it, come out of dynamics, pull forward a little bit, but we need to ask Otto now where we want to go. So let's, now that we're ready to go forward, we have this signal here that we're going to have to deal with. We're going to La Mirada. Now, we're right here where this red is, so it's not that far. Like I said, it's about 20 minutes away. So to get into La Mirada, basically we have to cross this signal. There's a hand throw right after it. So if we go to this signal, we're fine. And then coming out of La Mirada is this signal here. La Mirada is these, between these blocks here. So we're going to select this track here. You cannot select a track, by the way, that has a switch on it. We're going to select this, and then we're going to ask Otto right here. You can either do it here or in the cab. I don't have my map up that tells me the frequencies because the update overrode it. So let's tone Auto. I'm actually going to go a little bit forward. Just at notch 1. So he gave me an acknowledge. He should give me, he just gave me a signal. So we're on the main. We're going to go ahead and go bright lights. Okay. And also I'm going to change my display here so I can also see what the DPU is doing. Poor old Dash 9 back there. I could grab another engine from here, but we're good. Again, it's pretty flat, so I say 1.4. You need 2 to go up the Cone Pass. We're not going up anything that steep, so we're just going to La Mirada. Alright, so let me bleed the brakes out. I did use air on the cars. The FM's down to 5, so they're all charged. About 5 pounds of air going through the back now. And we're on the main, so we can go. We actually have a advanced approach going on. And if we bring up the signal rules, we'll see that we have a flashing yellow that's over red. And that's an approach medium. That was an advanced approach, but it's an approach medium. Advanced approach is the solid. So by the time we're at the next signal, we need to be doing 40s with that saying. Now the radio has us on 36. What the channel is. I don't know what the tone is. I could bring up the map, and I think it says that in here. Because I have the frequencies, I just I usually have them in my game map, but I don't see the frequencies at all on here. Like they didn't put them on the San Bernardino map. That's okay. We'll get by. We got a green up there. That means we can go full. realize I had tankers right there. Shoot. Yeah, we're fully on the main, so we can go up to we can go main speed with a green light, with a clear. We can go 50 miles an hour, 50. We're gonna try to get there. By the time we get there, we'll have to start slowing down. And I'm going uphill a little bit too, so we got 70,000 pounds on the couplers. Let's go up to notch 5. If the rail driver let me have that. Should have an EOT on there, right? Yeah, EOT move. Go to notch 6. Check out our brakes. Everything's looking good here on the brakes. Pulling a good amount on the front end there according to the yellow, and pushing a little bit with the light green in the back. We're BNSF 9192 eastbound. Headed out of Commerce and on our way to La Mirada. About 5 train links. 5 of these train links. Maybe more, maybe 10. It's probably like 25 miles, 20, 25. Well, let's see. We just passed the Metrolink Commerce station. That's 148.5. 148.5, and La Mirada is 157. So it's 9 miles. That was more. That's to the entrance of it too. That's to the control point. So all right, go up to notch 7. And then when we get into La Mirada, we'll have to cut these because they won't fit into the yard at La Mirada. We'll have to work that when we get there. Sunday after all. Relaxing a bit too much. That's really silly, Otto. You have, this is, 8 miles. You have 1, 2 switches you could have rolled them over on, and then we asked to just go here. You're going to cut me one switch, one control point, where you're going to pass him through, and he was actually over here at the time. That's a Z train. What is this? Even what is this? So that's a manifest. How did the manifest even get past the Z train unless the Z train caught up? I was probably like, well, he was in the queue first, and so hand me another drink, and I'll just let him go where he's going. Look at the load on the DPU, 450. That poor guy, really pushing. Little dash 9. (1960s) diesel. Man, this guy's from the 80s. I'm sure this thing ain't on fire in the very back. Lugga. 637, that's a class of submarine. Oh, did we just pass the crossing? Oh, that was closed. They got some temporary speed restrictions here. Coming up in 1 mile, freight 50. We're well below that. We're at 45, so. And we have a same signal we had earlier. Approach medium. We can't pass the signal after that at more than 40. So we're 6 over now. We have to make sure we're at 40 by the next signal. I'm going to say if it holds, but it will. Because Otto and his infinite wisdom said, well, we'll just let that other one go. He still has an opportunity to change it, but he won't. We'll have to wait for him to pass, but that's okay. Come off the notch by 1. Some more crossings coming up. I only wanted to go to 4, but the rail driver is playing games. So sensitive. All right, another temporary speed restriction coming up in 1 mile. All right, now we're gonna have to slow down because we got to be at 40 by the time we hit this guy. We'll just coast right through. One after that's gonna be a red anyways. If you got a solid yellow in front of you, the next control point is a red. This is a control point. Alright, so we got to get ready to slow here. Start getting ready for... Get our dynamic brakes in setup. I'm going to start applying some dynamics. Got 30 on, 35, something like that. The rail driver is bringing back on me a bit. Coupler pressure up there. You can see the cars are pushing into the locomotives right now. Why it's going darker green towards the front. Two little white dots up there. The circles are the locomotives. And if they turn black, that's usually when the coupler breaks. So we got 1,000 pounds on them. We're okay. Expected to see the signal around the corner here. I'd rather do a rolling stop than a complete stop, by the way. See the signal stand up there. I think those are them. This will allow me to also run out and grab the switches ahead of time, except for the one going in the La Mirada. And we won't block the crossing, which would be nice for the people that have to get somewhere today. Oh, look at that. So Otto, I said I want to go right here. Otto's routing me around. No, that's not going to work, you doofus. I got to go to La Mirada. That's how you handle that. Like, I can't go that way. I got to pull off right here. I wanted to go to this signal, but you routed this dummy past me. So we're going to roll up to that crossing there, and we'll stop before it. Sure, we are blocking somebody behind us. Well, we're going to get past it, though. These guys are... Oh, no! We got to wait for this train. It's stopping. It's going to block the crossing. No, guys, we're going to get past you. Trying to get past it. Go back to the, oh yeah, we got plenty of room. All right. Okay, so auto routed this dip around us. And right after he goes around us, we'll try to get to the next signal again. Sorry, guys. No rolling stop for us. Gonna run up here though. Let me get my speeds here. Up to a complete stop. All right, brights are off. Now we wait. So yeah, so this is the signal that we asked for. Because let's see. Actually, that's the signal he was going to stop us at. What we asked for was this signal right up here. We said we will stop right here. The switch is good? Yep. We'll stop here because right after this crossing, we need this switch, so that we can get into La Mirada. So we'll set all that up now. That's good. That one's good. And then we'll see if we can get that train in here without taking that last track. Let's see. Gonna set all the switches for us. We're gonna come all the way through. We'll pull through on this one. Push back to this one. If I can get that switch. Push back to this one. Hopefully that's enough. These tracks. Let's check out up here. Oh, there's cars on here. Good thing I looked. Okay, so we come through. If we need the extra space for whatever reason, we're coming through, which probably will, and we'll go around that track there. Yeah, it sucks as if you don't check your switches and then you're like, okay, I'm good. And then you go to push back. You hit one of these, all of a sudden you're explaining why everybody in the server sees that you picked a switch. And then that you re-railed like a man, or you didn't re-rail like a man. So let's fly to our train. Try this in your alternate train simulator. We can go all the way to Barstow if we want. Oh, okay. Like, what are they doing? They're coming off that. They're on number 3. Oh, we might be here for a while. What is going on here? All right. We're not waiting for this one. We're not waiting for that one. That one's going to go down the line too, and it's going to start causing jams because Otto has been drinking. So we'll just wait here so we can proceed. I have another one behind it. So he's going to route him right through as well, and we may need to do the same thing because all we want to do is get off of the track into La Mirada. You see, he's going to route him right through, which doesn't make any sense. So if I got it, I'll delete this guy too, because it's just AI trained anyways. We got time to deal with that. Doesn't make any sense why Otto is. He knows where we need to go. Oh wait, that's our train. I'm like, what's that crackety crack locomotive up there? Oh, that's our MU. Or DPU. Okay, so we got this guy. Now, I'm going to deselect that and then reselect that so I can get back into queue. I know that there's a train coming. He's going to tell me there's a train coming, you jerk. I'm going to relinquish my train. I always do that. I always go to that thing, mess that up. Okay, so I have the train. Everything's good to go. dispatcher. Tone dispatcher. Where I want to go. I got tone dispatcher again. I didn't assign it when I relinquished my train. I didn't have that spot anymore, so I had to retake that. Gave me a Roger. That's good. No, I'm waiting for at least one train. I'm only waiting for one train because I'll delete that sucker. A Z train if I have to. Let's wave at him. Didn't take very long. Go to Watson. What? I'm actually going to start trying to stretch here. I'm off on the because I can go all the way up to that signal if I wanted to, so he's going to be clear by the time I get there. All right. Headlights on full. Oh, I did not do that, rail drag.
Detector, milepost 154.3. Main 3, temperature 80 degrees.
Here we go. We got permission to go. Poor people. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault. Auto stopped us there and it made you guys wait. So, sorry. Call up the NSF and ask for who the dispatcher on duty was. His name is Otto, O-T-T-O. Let him know you had to wait at a crossing for like 45 minutes because his drunk ass did that to you. Now all we got to do is at the next signal give a restricting and pull into the yard. And then we're halfway done. He has this other guy still stopped here too. One is at Esperanza. Or maybe no, he's still in Esperanza. So this guy is just stuck. I don't know which way he's supposed to be going, but oh, maybe he's, I think this is a eastbound train going from LAJ C to New York City. So he wants to go this way, but he can't because there's a train on that track. And Otto wouldn't route him on this one. Because this is where they normally like to go cab to cab, you know, the engineered it towards engineers so you can see each other. Yeah, we still got a ways. Sit here for a minute, act like we're working this thing. Got to go up around the corner. Next signal. I am going downhill a little bit, so I just came off the power, wait a few seconds, and then we're going to go into dynamic setup. I'm going to run up here. We have a little bit of time, not much. 26 miles an hour. We'll throw this here as restricting, and now put ourselves on the ground because it's multiplayer. Switch is thrown. We're going to go in this way and then around the loop there. Still be restricting. Not because we didn't wait to that's what I don't like too, is if I set restricting, then when you can't throw that switch until you cross the signal. Covered that in my auto thing, but wait a minute. Why did it drop? It totally dropped that signal. Interesting. That doesn't usually happen. Usually I threw the switch and it will stay restricting on the DS map, but you still have to clear it. So that might be cool if you throw the switch and it drops your signal. Can't really throw it until you cross that signal, by the way. All right, let's start slowing down here. I never seen it do that before. That's new behavior for me. I threw the switch in front of it. Normally the light, if it does react, it will stay red instead of restricting, flashing red. But it literally dropped the signal on the map for me. I mean, we saw it flashing, so you know I did it. I didn't accidentally miss it. All right, let's get slowed down here because we're going to need to be at 15 at that light. Not slowing down. Let me get some air. 12 pounds ought to do it. Drop the air. That one valve up there stuck. See that little red knot? Maybe that's two cars with valves stuck on it. An accordion going through the train right now as they've been trying to stop. I'm going to be going downhill a little bit, so I want to make sure I got the dynamics ready if I need them. As I'm starting to speed up now, I'm going downhill. Got to get ready to throw that switch as soon as the train crosses the signal up here. Off on the dynamics a little bit, take some of the pressure off that back bar, and we'll go back on the dynamics. floating through the air here. And bingo, that light's going to go solid. We're in the block now. That means we can go up here and throw the switch. And we can sit here and wait. Oh, little collision there between that Volkswagen and that truck. Give me notch 1. Want notch 2? I was a guy in his box truck. I'd be like, man, that thing's way over there. It's going slow. I'm going to go around the crossing. I would have liked to come in here, 25 or something, but I think this might be too steep for 25. It's pretty sharp, and then it goes down, kind of down the hill. Clear the main there, so I'm going to do a distance counter, starting 5,600 right there. We got to watch our speed now. I am in notch 1. I'm going to be going down the hill, so go to 0 and then wait a few seconds to go to DB setup. As long as we maintain 10 miles an hour, we should be all right. It's kind of difficult to judge from here because they said it's going down, but while the train is still climbing. So just watch the speed and between notch 1 and dynamics. We've lined all the way up through, so we're just worried about the last cars into that set of tracks that we selected anyways. Now in the notch 2, only 1,200 feet or something like that. 1,200, 1,500 feet is passed. Hopefully none of these people had to be somewhere at a specific time. As long as I keep it under 15, I'm in control. Get above 15, then starts getting nuts. I mean, we're holding about 8.5, 9. can smell the Dash 9 coming down there a little bit. Oil burner. Nine miles an hour. 3,200 to go. A lot of these cars are skins, by the way, that I got from the enhancement Discord. I've skinned so many of the car packs that I don't even know which ones are real, which ones came with it now, and which ones haven't. Like this one here is Tanker. You see that oil leak? That's I believe that's a remake. It's an older model, so that's why the text isn't as sharp, but that's a remake. Of course, you know, some graffiti cars, those are always good. Uh-oh. YouTube crash or something? Could have been my computer, because I had on my mouse here in the middle of the screen, I had a circle thing, so maybe it was getting angry. But a little bit of a freeze. Arch. Yeah, I'm still hanging at notch 2 with 9 miles an hour, so I like it. 1,900 feet to go. And then we're officially in the yard. Could be a YouTube thing too, because I just basically shut down everything before. It was my computer. Every time I did this, it would do it constantly, so that'd be a Sunday everybody's watching YouTube kind of thing. Or my neighborhood is sucking in all the bandwidth for their Netflix garbage, and they don't have enough bandwidth to upload. That's probably more likely. Anyways, we've got 1,200 feet to go. We'll be clear of the main. Close that switch behind us. I think from along the lead of the yard, it's something ridiculous, like 12,000 feet or something. Yeah, we're not even in. I'm like, that's the yard in front of us, so we're not even there yet. We'll ride this guy here. The lead is more than long enough to support the length of this train. We'll just have to break it up. You just hear it purring. Jump off here. All right, clear the main. Otto, go do your thing now. All right, let's go look in the. Let's go look from above. Should be enough room to go over to here. Nah, we can break up the train. We got locomotive in the back as well. Should be good. It'd be good. We're good there. We're good there. We had already set these, so just verifying one last time. We're going to go the long way around. Those switches are good. Here, as long as we don't cross this one, we're fine. Riverside Cement Company. I don't know. I've never seen it say TXI on there before. Never noticed it. She'll be coming down the hill when she comes. All right, we're starting to get a little quick here at 14, coming up on 15. So we'll give us some dynamics to start slowing down. For those of you that are just getting here in the last little while, we started in LAJ C where we ended last week, or we were actually in the B yard last week, but we started in the LAJC yard last week. There was a supply train came from Barstow. And in the instruction was scheduled to stop here at La Mirada and drop off the cars for La Mirada before continuing with the LAJ and Malabar cars to LAJC. That didn't happen for whatever reason. It's fine. And we went ahead and collected them up, built a train, backed onto the main, and then moved those cars back here to LALMC, La Mirada. So they're finally home. They're just here a day or two late. Customers probably are going to get a discount, and the fuel bill has to be paid for that extra trip. That's fine. Nobody was hurt. I didn't want to get the locomotive just past that switch there. About here is where I want the locomotive to stop. We got a little bit more to go. Thought those were 38s for a minute. Looked a little small. Take a peek up here, see where we're at. We should be fine. So we're coming in the yard. Might be a close call. Cut it where we need to, though. I mean, it should be just long enough to not yards in the middle, so we get a little bit of extra room. I just came off dynamic so I can speed it up a little bit. Yeah, that's going to go over here like this. We've got to be good. I've got this much room up to here. Got to be good. No way. I've got 2,000 feet left. Back here. Got the one here from the lead. There, chuckle. The gas pedal. Okay. Thing's probably got a lot of miles on it. There's another one behind you, other one that we deleted. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty close. I need to watch it for sure. That guy's, we're not going to hit him. He's on that main right there. Main 1. Okay. I got like 28 cars and about 8 back here, so intermodal. Okay. You hear him slow. Boo, slowing down. Oh, that's Arslan. Aces. Good. We didn't even fit the power here on this track. Stop it right here. Come on. You can do it. Oh, more. It's too close. All right, now we'll start cutting here. Pretty close there, but we'll, and all these are SIG. Yeah, we'll cut it here. Should be good. Some handbrakes on so I don't really roll around. All right, now we're going to pull forward and we'll back in right next to it. Any day. All right. I like it. Didn't do a handbrake test, but just tested it. Oh yeah, we're way good. Plenty of room. Pretty far away, you can still hear it. All right, now Next cut will be, starting point for this cut would be about here. It is kind of close. I'll do a count up here. We look at the map for La Mirada. We're in the middle tracks here, so this track that we're on now is 1535. So the count up, we'll have to. We're looking for 1,500 feet before we bring it to a stop. And it is inside that car, so yep. Giving ourselves a little bit of more room. We can pull it from the other end though, where the engine is, because we got to disconnect that anyway. So I was going to do that. So 1,500 I'm looking for. Can't do it though right now because I have control of this engine. And when we're all done here, we'll grab that other -9 and start her up, or I think she is running, pull her up 10 feet or so. $700. Stop at 15 and we'll see what we got. Oh, I connected it wrong. What's going on? I want to grab the car. Here we go. You can hear that bell that's ringing. I think it's the -9. Something broke. I pushed the button and it broke. Gotta give it a little more power here. So 3,700 feet we're at total. 1.2 HPT now that we've cut some of that off. That's what we had on the way here though. 1,200 feet. But now we'll watch it and we'll see where we got to cut it. Right where before it curves. Well, I didn't realize that it was parked on the switch here. All right, there's the front of, okay. I think we got too much car. Mm-hmm. Take the pressure off this guy and then back it up here. Oops, handbrake. I wanted this. You put a handbrake on here. Open the valve though, so the air is going to drop. Brakes on anyways. So this next track is 13. I did leave that lead open, so I don't think we'll need it, but okay, here it comes back. And then, what did I say, 13? Count up from the back of this car here. There. 'Cause as of right now, I've got 222. So if this is 13, the next track over is 11. So that is more than 2,000. 13 and 11. That's 24. About 400 feet. And I'm taking the locomotives off so we get that space back too. What's up, Takeda? Howdy, howdy. Over in La Mirada. Don't know how familiar you are with this side. Dark side down here, San Bernardino Sub. You know, you worked with me, San Bernardino, and then some LA stuff, but I believe you're all up in the Mojaves. Couple hundred more feet to go here. Hard to say. The track length is 334. It's 1335. Where I started the distance counter. Already got 975 here. I don't think that's usable footage. I think that's just total from switch to switch. We're gonna find out. It's still here. Bells broke on the Dash 9. How do you know why it's on? It was never the lead. So it says 1335 and we're already at 1400, so that might be a little wrong, or maybe I started in the wrong spot. All right, we'll jump off. Call this good for here. Yeah, we don't have too much more to go. So we'll cut this. Come on back a little bit. These should be open, so at least this side of it anyways. It should be the last track here. Locomotive's basically right there. And this time I'll do a countdown. That'll tell me when the power has cleared the track. 3, 2, 1, go. Missed it. 800 feet. This track is 11, so we're good. We can take the dash 9 off, as well as that one car that might be sticking out. We can pull the dash 9 forward and move that car over too. That's what I was thinking. Now we're gonna tag. I'd like to tag both of them. Go. Should be good. Yeah, maybe a little close. Maybe we're good. What we got here? Auto rack. I'll have to pull that back. This one as well. That boxcar is going to be too close there. How much longer am I going to be live for? I don't know. 30 minutes, maybe, or 20 minutes, usually. I'm gonna bring the train to a stop here anyways. Relinquish. Weird. All right, so I'm gonna take off the deactivate the DOT. Actually, I can bleed this car. Didn't I close this? Yeah. So this car is already could be bled. Handbrake. And brake off. And brake off too. Oh yeah, that was a bell for sure. Oh, shit. I got, let's see. Let's bleed all these cars out. I want to, remember I need to pull forward just a little bit. I'm in reverse, pull forward. That was the bell, by the way, yeah. well. I gotta climb the hill here. Get past this switch here. How's that? Yeah, the bell's broken, huh? Now when we do the sorts with the locals, we can fix that one. Just feels a little heavy. Alright, so we're going to connect the MU, connect the airlines, compressor to compressor. PFM's not going to go anywhere. Release handbrakes, and we do an MU. Now we gotta take these up the hill here. Man, like a rocket. 17 miles an hour already. Hear the roar of the engine here. I'm looking for the gauge lights earlier. I didn't see it. Engine. I don't see them there. Conductor horn. Wonder if you can throw that. Emergency brake. Who's that waving at me? I didn't catch him. We're going to go and tuck that in over here. Oh, Nolan, he's behind us. One of the other cars. Pulling a Mr. White, eating burritos. Turn on that fantastic bell there. All right, so we got old Chuck here. Bring the lights back off. We got Chuck and oh, Nolan's hanging on the end there. The 637, NSF 637 and its compadres here. We're gonna park, and we'll probably have to shove these guys a little bit further back. They're not gonna fit off of the track, but see what we can do. Every time you hear the engine just go boom, that's just like 10 more bucks for California. And fuel costs. Alright, that should be good. I think we're free and clear. Set those switches on the way out. Let's turn off the lights and put on a handbrake, and then we'll release the train here. Run over here and throw the main. Oh, the lead. It's a lead, but this has a little thing. Symbol says, hey, look, it's yellow. It should match the sign. We don't have too many of those, but where we do, they're important. That's if we have other trains come through. All right. That one was a little tight. We'll be able to get it with the switchers right here. So if you want to run the La Mirada yard, you got cars here to run. Got 4 locals out of La Mirada. You have the 0081, the 0061, the 111, and to be honest, let's see, 81, 61, 71. I didn't see any 71s in here though, so I think the 111s are like down here. Not these. These are going to be, these are outbounds ready to go. Those outbounds need to come down here with these ones. They head to Barstow, but I don't try to take them earlier. I sent a train from LAJ. I came here to La Mirada to pick up some, but I can only pick up the loaded cars because I think if, oh, there's a San Diego car in there. Somebody put these cars here. If you have San Diego in your cars, please remove them from these. We don't send San Diego cars to Barstow. We send them to San Diego. From right here, the San Diego just goes literally right around the corner. Here, this is where San Diego cars go. And leaves that way. So there's no reason to send them all the way to Barstow to go right here. So if you do run any of the San Bernardino routes or San Bernardino Yard, which is in the Cajon route, please do not send San Diego. You have to remove the San Diego cars. They should not be going all the way back to Barstow. What I'll do, since there's a couple just in there, I'll just rename them so they don't need to do anything with them, because they're not going to sort them in Barstow. No reason to. Lone Pine Branch is on Mojave, but there's no CTC, so they don't have a map. So it's single track. It's not controlled by CTC, so there's no signals or anything. There's no reason for a map. But in the Lone Pine DLC, there should be a map in the, I don't remember, somewhere in Run 8, like the user guides, there might be a map in there that shows the industries. All right, let's find something to watch as we stroll on out of here. We got this guy, came in earlier. What is this? One that was up here just kind of hanging out. This guy here, why is this guy still here? Oh, this one's going this way. Looks like it got stuck, or... Oh, it has a green now. Is that... Oh, look. That's why you have a couple trains facing each other. All right, well, here we go. This is what we're going to do. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here on Simulator Sunday. It's always a pleasure to do these things with you and for you. Let me see what else I got here. Got that one. So we'll do this. So we're going to rail fan this on the way out of here as this train gets past us, and we'll be back next Sunday for some more Simulator Sunday. 9.5 out of 10 chance that we'll be right here doing Mateo Community Server MTCS multiplayer. Come see me Thursday or Wednesday nights if you're not doing anything, around 5 p.m. on the left coast, 8 p.m. East Coast. There's some well, I lose in baseball. I play baseball custom teams at a hard level, and I can barely even touch the ball. Killed it okay, but not really hit him. We're going to be doing that on Twitch. Twitch.tv/KungfuBeer. Cole Springer, thanks for joining me and hanging out. We'll be back next Sunday about 3 o'clock again. There's no baseball going on, so 3 o'clock is the good time. While we watch this, leave us. I'm done talking. You guys have a great week. Gotta go to work. My Sunday's over. Go yours. Late. Anyways, you guys have a good one. We'll see you next time.